everybody, I'm Dan 2x15 on Xbox Live, on YouTube and on Twitch, and I'm back again for another predictions video, and I'm joined by Jaxson again. Well, when you've seen him in my other universe modes, I did try and get Connor as well, but he has not responded. So, today, the predictions videos for WWE Elimination Chamber. It is literally tomorrow, Jaxson, and so...
Yes, it is.
Due to the fact that it's tomorrow, I'm probably going to watch it on a Sunday. So let's go through the matches. And Jaxson, you've done my predictions before, but for those that have not watched my videos before, that have not watched my predictions, this is how we are going to do it. I'm gonna go first, then Jaxson will, and then it'll be Jaxson, and it'll just be back and forth, and we'll make our predictions. And with two ways we're going to do it is who WWE have booked to win, so basically it's who we think. And it's our own, and plus our own personal opinion, it's who we want. So, Jaxson, it's this countdown from 10, because that's when it comes to Elimination Chamber, there's like 10 seconds before the next entry. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And who's it gonna be? Because, well, no, it's actually gonna be me and Jaxson. Let's get on with the first matchup.
Well, Daniel, I can say it's been a long time since I've done a predictions video with you, but I already know this is going to be a good one, a good conversation. Now, as you can see on screen, the first matchup we have for the Elimination Chamber event is part 3 to the matches of the Almighty versus the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Now, in my opinion, they should have made this no DQ because they've been brawling it out for weeks. It only makes sense. But I feel like they're definitely leading up to maybe a last man standing match at WrestleMania, maybe no holds barred. But if they don't do that, I'm honestly getting sick of the matches, sick of the rivalry. But what do you have to say, Daniel?
Well, I too agree with that. I'm getting to, it's almost like the John Cena versus Randy Orton, where there's pointless match after pointless match. But I really think it will come down to WrestleMania. Now let's take the victories to the side for a minute. Brock Lesnar has beaten Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley has beaten Brock Lesnar. Bobby Lashley has also eliminated
Brock Lesnar
in the Royal Rumble. So, when it comes to matches, it's one match apiece. So, this is going to be very interesting.
They've been going back and forth, and if you remember at the Royal Rumble 2022, in their very first one-on-one matchup, it was for the WWE title, in which Bobby Lashley won. But then Brock Lesnar, he won the title back in the Elimination Chamber match that same year, but he didn't really pin Bobby because he had to get taken out of the match. Yes. So I guess you can say that really Bobby Lashley has only won when it really mattered, because as you saw, when they faced for the second official time one-on-one at Crown Jewel, Bobby Lashley had the Hurt Lock in the whole time until Brock was able to reverse it into a pin.
Yep, and so it does prove the point that Bobby Lashley, out of the two of them, has actually gotten more momentum, because if you think about it, like you just said, Jaxson, it was the fact that he was nowhere to be in sight. He lost the title by default to Brock Lesnar, so and it was the only time Brock Lesnar has actually managed to pin Bobby Lashley is by a roll-up, by reversing the Hurt Lock. So realistically, and if you think about it, the only way that Bobby Lashley's been able to beat Brock Lesnar is because of a cash-in scenario. So I think this match, I feel like if I'm going to make my predictions now, who do I think is going to win? Here's the thing, I don't think either of them will. Because I think it's going to come down to a brawl. Because like you said, I feel like it's going to be a WrestleMania match. So I think But the brawl will happen before anything happens. It could be Bobby Lashley coming out first with Brock beating up Bobby. It could be Brock coming out first and Bobby beating up Brock. The match gets called off. So my opinion, as much as in the actual match itself, who do I want to win? It's a tough call, but Brock Lesnar. But who do I think? Diva. Your turn, Jaxson?
You make a very good point, as we were talking about before we made the recording, or maybe after. I don't know if I said this in the recording, but I think they should have at least made this match no DQ, because that could be a 100% chance of happening. Either one of them could come out and they could just brawl all the way around the ring through the crowd using weapons on each other. So that's what I think WWE is going to book. However, I think it's going to be a normal match, but Bobby Lashley is going to win by officially reuniting the Hurt Business.
That could also be an interesting factor. I think it'll be you might be right, it could be a screwy finish where Cedric Alexander distracts Brock Lesnar beats him up. Then Sean Benjamin does the same. He beats him up. And then he goes after MVP. And then
Omos.
And Omos as well. You won't forget about him. Imagine the size difference with that. I think it'll be a case where he chases MVP into the ring, gets speared by Bobby Lashley, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, let's take that into account. And yes, I know you guys can't see me right now, and I usually put my face in, but due to I wanted to make it fair because you can't see Jaxson, I thought I'll put both of our renders from 2K22 up in the corners, each side. You can see mine on the left and see Jackson's on the right, and so yeah, Jaxson, we're gonna go on to the next match. And the next match is the Rated R Superstar Edge teams up with his wife, the Glamazon Beth Phoenix. It's the Grit couple.
Both Hall of Famers.
Yeah, both Hall of Famers, you're right. This is Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. The Judgment there. She likes to call herself Rhea Bloody Ripley. And this match, Jaxson, I'm gonna let you make your predictions first.
And I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, obviously, I feel like this match is gonna go back and forth, because ever since Finn Balor attacked Edge and became basically the new leader of Judgment Day, it has been one of the greatest rivalries of the modern era. They've been going back and forth. I mean, the greatest match that they've had so far was the Extreme Rules match. Well, the I Quit match at Extreme Rules, where Rhea Ripley knocked out Beth Phoenix with the brass knuckles, hit her with her concerto, forcing Edge to quit, and then returning at the Rumble, unloading on Judgment Day, and then now we have this mixed tag match. This is another scenario where they could have put a stipulation on it, but I feel like it's going to be a straight-out brawl between the two teams. However, it's not going to affect Rhea Ripley, because she still has a SmackDown Women's title match at WrestleMania. However, this match, I don't know what's going to go on with the rivalry with whoever wins. It could determine the end of the rivalry, or this is what I think. I think it's ultimately, and this is what I want to happen, it's going to lead to Edge versus Demon Balor at WrestleMania inside Hell in a Cell. So, who do I think is going to win? Edge and Beth Phoenix, as my personal opinion. Who do I think WWE has booked to win? The Judgment Day, because of shenanigans by Dominic Mysterio.
That is I can say I agree on that part, because this is more than just, one and done. This is definitely going to be some big, whether it's Hell in a Cell, whether it's Last Man Standing, there's going to be some big type of gimmick matchup that's going to happen in between Edge, because we had the I Quit match, and that Finn Balor won that because of shenanigans. I think, like you said, it should be Demon Balor versus Edge to redeem himself. And again, if that match was to happen, I think the Demon Balor needs to win, because the last time we saw Demon Balor, he was made a fool of. So as much as I was not to see Edge beating Demon Finn, Demon Balor needs to come back, face Edge inside Hell in a Cell, a match that he knows very well, and beat him and retire him for good or something where it could be a stipulation where Edge has to fully retire for good and for at least for a certain amount of time or something.
Yeah, and then it could be a stipulation where Finn Balor loses, he permanently dispatches from Judgment Day. And as I said earlier, I brought up the fact how the Judgment Day could win by shenanigans of Dominic Mysterio, but Edge and Beth Phoenix also have Rey Mysterio to help the Judgment Day. So I feel like while Rey Mysterio is helping Edge and Beth, Dominic Mysterio is helping the Judgment Day. Dominic and Rey could face off in the ring, and then that's a teaser to their possible WrestleMania match that they.
There's nothing possible about it. It is gonna happen, and like you said to me before in the past, well, there has to be like a TLC match or a ladder match for Dominic and Rey Mysterio, but we'll get to that in the future. But time for me to make my predictions here. Who do I think WWE have booked to win the Judgment Day? Who do I want to win? Obviously, I want Edge and Beth Phoenix to win, but I have my doubts because I think Judgment Day need the power, the push going, the momentum, I should say, going into WrestleMania, because especially with Rhea when she's got Charlotte Flair to deal with, and I think she needs to have that momentum going into WrestleMania. As much as I love the Edge and Beth Phoenix, I kind of want, and I want them to win, but I don't think that's going to be the case. It'll be Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley here. But yeah, that's our thoughts on this matchup. But I'm going to introduce you into the next match. And the next match is a 6-woman Elimination Chamber match to determine the challenger for the Raw Women's Championship. And spoiler alert, a woman from Monday Night Raw is going to win! Why, I like to ask this, Jaxson, is there SmackDown superstars in this if it's to determine who goes to face the Raw Women's Champion?
I feel like this is what's happening. I feel like he wanted to put the top 3 superstars on SmackDown, or maybe in the women's division currently in WWE, who have been maybe forgotten about, or maybe are looking for title gold, but they can't get it. So this is their opportunity. But here's the thing. I'm going straight to my prediction because for me, it's an obvious and easy one.
But before you do, can I just explain to the people at home on what these predictions are going to be before you go making them? There's a couple of rules for these particular ones. We are going to predict who we think is going to win, who we want is going to win. But let's make it a little bit more interesting. Let's predict the order of the entries, like the people are going to...
I see you there.
The 2 people that start the match and the 4 people that are going to be in the pods, and who's going to come out first and who's going to come out last. And also, order of elimination as well. So,
alright.
I'll tell you what, you went last time. I'll go first this time. So
I went first last time? Oh yeah, I did. Never mind. I did. Yeah.
So I'm going to go first this time. So, Elimination Chamber. I do this at the Royal Rumbles and Elimination Chambers. So, to start off the match, I feel like it'll be Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez. I don't know why, but there's something about that.
We have the same mindset. I was thinking that too.
So, yeah. And I think that obviously that leaves the other 4 in the pods. First person to come out of the pod will be Carmella. Second to come out, I think, might be Natalya. Third to come out will be Nikki Cross. And last to come out will be Asuka. in order of eliminations, I think the following people will be eliminated first. I think it will either. This is a very tough choice, but I think it'll either be Carmella or Nikki Cross to be eliminated first. If I'm gonna say Carmella to be eliminated first. Then I think it'll be tough one here, but because the biggest threat is Raquel, I'm saying Raquel next. And then I think it'll be Nikki Cross. Then it'll go down to Natalia. And then we're coming down to between Asuka and Liv Morgan, because Liv Morgan's an Extreme. I think the final elimination will be Liv Morgan leaving Asuka to win. And so that is who I think is going to win, Asuka, and actually who I want to win, Asuka too. So that's both my who I think and who I want to win, and the order of eliminations and order that they're going to come out. So yeah, I think it'll be Asuka, and I want it to be Asuka. Now it's your turn.
Alright, I feel I can agree with you on one thing, that I feel like Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in this Elimination Chamber probably have the most history with each other up to late, so I feel like they're definitely going to start off as number 1 and 2. Number 3 is Asuka. Number 4, Nikki Cross. Number 5, Natalia, which leaves the last entry, Carmella. The order of eliminations, I feel like Raquel Rodriguez is definitely going to be the first one eliminated because she is the biggest threat in the match. Next is Liv Morgan, because Liv Morgan will probably try to go after everyone at the same time because she says she's Extreme now. She's the second one eliminated. Then I feel like Carmella is going to try to run away, and try to stay away from everyone as much as possible. So then she's eliminated. And then Natalia, and then that leaves Natalia going after Nikki Cross and Asuka, just punching them. They're both laughing. They double team on Natalia, and she gets eliminated. That leaves it down to the two most creepiest wrestlers in this match, Nikki Cross and Asuka. Now, ever since Asuka took time away from WWE, I knew that she was going to return in the Rumble as a heel. And we saw a new look, and she's basically heel, so that gives me the obvious choice that Asuka will eliminate Nikki Cross as the final elimination and face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania for the title. So who do I want to win? Asuka. Who do I think WWE has booked to win? Asuka.
So we both have an agreement here, but I must say, look at freaking Nikki Cross's eyes. It's like she's looking through the goddamn screen. Or in your case, your phone. Jesus Christ.
Anyways, well, now that that's prediction for the Women's Elimination Chamber,
But before we move on to the next one, I just want to ask you one question. First of all, two questions. One, are you ready for Asuka? And two, there's one more I want. Which one of these two, out of the two women, are going to go through that whole smashing through the pod bit? There's always one smashing through the pod, whether it happens in this chamber match or the other chamber match. My question is, who's going to be the one to do it, and who's going through it? Now, let's do that very quickly.
Alright. Well, how dare you ask me if I'm ready for Asuka? She's probably my favorite women's wrestler of all time. I'm always ready for Asuka. And since Liv Morgan has had that extreme momentum, obviously it's going to be Liv Morgan putting people through the pod. I also think that Liv Morgan is definitely going to be jumping off of the pod onto people, whether it's a crossbody or maybe just a splash. But I feel like that Liv Morgan is going to put Raquel through the pod.
Well, I'm going to say, because she is the stronger one of the lot, I think Raquel is going to do some type of smashing through the pod. It could be
maybe like a power bomb.
Yeah, maybe like a power bomb. I think no matter what, I think it'll most likely be the weaker of the lot, and it'll be Carmella, just for a laugh. No offense to Carmella, but yeah, that's our predictions for this match. But we're gonna go on to the next match.
Well, from one Elimination Chamber match to another, this is a 6-man Elimination Chamber match with the United States Championship on the line. As you can see on your screen, we have the defending champion, the now Austin Theory, the Visionary, the Revolutionary, Seth freaking Rollins, the Punisher of the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, representing the Street Profits, Montez Ford, the Rebel Heart, Johnny Gargano, and the Colossus, Bronson Reed. Now, honestly, this is probably going to be Chef's Kiss match of the night because it doesn't matter who wins. Anyone can win. They're all great competitors in history and up to late throughout their careers. They've all worked their ass off to get where they are now. It could, no matter who wins, it could lead to great rivalries, great matches at WrestleMania for the title. But who do I think WWE has booked to win? Oh my god, this is going to be tough, but I think ultimately WWE is going to have booked to win as Austin Theory, but who do I want to win? Daniel, you and me talked about this off camera, and we're definitely going to bring this up. Montez Ford.
And what about the process of eliminations and who's going to enter first and who's going to...
Alright, okay,
Let's
so
have a listen to that.
obviously, this only makes sense. I feel like since Austin Theory is the defending champion, he's going to enter in at number 1, and number 2 is going to be Johnny Gargano because out of everyone in this match,
yeah, that could be the way. Oh, that could make sense.
Yeah, out of anyone in this match, Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory have the most history because they were a tag team in the way. And back in NXT, it was like Austin Theory was the rookie and Johnny Gargano was the pro. But now on Raw, it looks like the complete opposite. So, number 1 and 2, Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory. Number 3, it'll be probably Seth freaking Rollins because he also has a lot of history with Theory coming up to late, especially with the United States Championship. Number 4, Damian Priest. Number 5, Bronson Reed. And then number 6, obviously Montez Ford. Now the process of elimination.
This is a hard one to make.
I feel like since Johnny Gargano and Seth Rollins both have a lot of history with Theory, they're going to double team on him throughout the match and try to eliminate him as soon as possible and as much as possible. But I feel like Damian Priest and Bronson Reed, since they're probably the biggest threats in the match, are going to go at it in this match. Bronson Reed picks up Johnny Gargano, hits like a world's strongest slam on the mat or whatever, gets him eliminated. Damian Priest hits the South of Heaven on Seth Rollins, gets him eliminated, and then I feel like what could happen is that Montez Ford is on top of the pod. He goes for a frog splash on a standing Bronson Reed, but he catches him, hits the splash, hits the tsunami off of the top rope, and gets him eliminated. And then we have Damian Priest going after Bronson Reed, hits the South of Heaven, hits the Reckoning, while Austin Theory is trying to recover. Bronson Reed kicks out. Bronson Reed slams Damian Priest on the mat, goes up top, and hits the tsunami off of the pod onto Damian Priest, probably breaking his ribs, and gets him eliminated. Austin Theory is recovering on the outside, like resting on a pod. Bronson Reed runs at him, like slams her shoulder into his shoulder, and they both go crashing through the pod. I feel like Austin Theory is going to go for the low blow while they're in the ring, hit the A-Town down, and to the cover to retain the United States title.
That is some bold predictions there. I like it. So now it's my turn. But before I get to who I think and who I want, let's go to a process of who's starting the match. Now, I like the idea of the champion starting, but let's face it, that's not going to happen. If I could make one of the two adjustments here, I feel like what would be a great first two and is Montez Ford and Johnny Gargano, because that combination that it's just two high flyers going at it. So yeah, I think that it'll be Montez and Johnny Gargano, and I think the champion will be inside the pod. I think that I think coming in next will be Seth freaking Rollins. Again, it's a great combination of those three. And at number 4 coming out will be Damian Priest. Then he can cause some all kinds of havoc. No eliminations yet. Then we're gonna bring. Now, hear me out on this one. I think that this is when Austin Theory enters the match, because I think they're going to be building up. I'm feeling more realistic here. They're going to build up the fact that Bronson Reed can just go in there and destroy everyone. But I'll get to that in a minute. And then of course, Bronson Reed, everyone is in the corners. They've done not necessarily finishers, big moves. They're all worn out. They're on the corners, in the bottom corner. They might have someone might be on the outside. That's when the countdown happens. In comes Bronson Reed. Then everyone gets up. They get back in the ring. That's when it all goes down. Bronson Reed hits a body splash. Not the standing body splash. When he runs into them, that move to everyone, hits it to Seth first, hits it to Johnny Gargano, hits it to Montez, hits it to Damian Priest. The only person that's not in the ring is Austin Theory. He goes back inside his pod. And this is where, you can have, like you said, World's Strongest Man's hit to Seth Rollins. World's Strongest Man type maneuver, hit to Damian Priest. He can hit a body splash into the corner to both Montez and Johnny Gargano simultaneously. One to Johnny, one to Montez. That's when he sees Austin Theory back in his pod. And he doesn't come running at him. He just kicks it in. Bang! There you go. He grabs fucking Fury, throws him in the ring. And of course, he goes to do like a gorilla press slam. But from behind with some kind of weapon, I'm gonna say a weapon that Damian Priest has hidden. Maybe a steel pipe into the lower half of the knee. Bang! Hits him in the lower half of the knee. He goes down. Then you got he goes down. He's on his stomach. He goes down. Seth Rollins hits the curb stomp. He knocks him out. Then you got Johnny Gargano can hit maybe a 360 or a super kick as he's down onto his knees, because he bounces up, he's on his knees, hits the super kick. Then you got Montez Ford hits the frog splash, and then finally you got the South of Heavens, or the Reckoning, from one of those finishes from Damian Priest, and to make sure that they all jump pile and pin Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed is the first one eliminated. Hear me out from that. That's when it can all go down to, and then the next up to be eliminated, we can have maybe Johnny Gargano do a big feud between him and Austin Theory. Austin Theory catches the leg as he goes to do the super kick, picks him up, 8-count down, Johnny Gargano. Gone. Coming down to the final 4, Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Montez Ford. This could be where Montez Ford goes after Damian Priest, because Judgment Day, Street Profits. And you got so was everyone singing the song with he's chasing Austin Theory down outside of the ring, beating him up, slamming against the cage. Meanwhile, in the middle of the ring, you got the Damian Priest is setting up he hits the South of the Heavens, setting him up for the Reckoning, reverses it, hits a drop kick or some type of move, knocks him down, hits the frog splash. Damian Priest eliminated. Then it's down to the final 3. Montez Ford, Seth Rollins, Austin Theory. Now, Montez has been in there since the beginning. So he has been wiped. He gets wiped out by Austin Theory, kicks him out, and then from behind, Seth Rollins attacks him, turns it around, hits a pedigree. He goes to go for the stomp, but a springboard attack from Montez Ford knocks Seth Rollins off his feet. Montez Ford rolls out the ring, and then 180 down onto Seth Rollins later. Seth Rollins eliminated. It goes down to Montez. It goes down to Austin Theory. They're squaring up in the middle of the ring. They hit signature moves. We have now. This is where Austin Theory hits the A-Town down until we get the close call. No, he kicks out. He hits it again. 1, 2, and 2 7/8 the fight of Montez Ford, and he's getting pumped up. He's like, okay, that's it. No more Mr. Nice Guy. He's waiting for him to do that drop kick that he does, Jaxson. He's getting ready. He basically hits him with it. He rebounds, does a clothesline, does the Ultimate Warrior shake. He then does his signature move, maybe a super kick or a DDT. I don't know what his signature move is. He knocks Theory out. He looks up, climbs the turnbuckle, and then he looks up. He gets on top of the pod, but no. He then climbs on to the goddamn top of the goddamn Elimination Chamber. He pushes himself around, turns it around, does the frog splash onto Austin Theory. 1, 2, 3, and new United States Champion Montez Ford. That is who I want to win, but like you said, Jaxson, unfortunately, I think it'll be Theory. I think realistically, it'll be a case of Montez Ford will come so close, but it'll be Austin Theory. That's who I think. What do you think of that scenario?
I feel like it's perfect. Honestly, like I said, I don't care who wins. All I know it's going to be a great match.
Indeed. But going on from one great match to another as we go on to the next match. And the next match is, well, put your ones in the sky for the reigning, defending, Universal Heavyweight Champion, your Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, and the former honorary Uce, Sami Zayn, in a singles competition in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, to say
his
the least.
hometown where he was born.
Indeed, the very same place that had the Montreal screw job. I really hope that we don't have another screw job of any kind. I don't want Sami Zayn winning and then the referee, then Adam Pearce notices there was a foot or a shoulder on the rope or something like that, so stupid, and they restart the match and Roman wins. I don't want any of that bullshit. I want a full-on, proper match where if something screwy is going to happen, it has to be bloodline related. So I think you went first in the last time. I'm going to get right down to it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daniel, and today my predictions, it's going to be a hell of a fight. Sami Zayn's going to come close. He'll hit Blue Thunder Bomb. Nothing. He'll hit... Hell, I even think he'll try and throw off Roman Reigns by coming down wearing his old attire and having his own theme song. That won't be enough to keep his head in the game. I think he might even hit his old signature submission hold. Nothing. It won't do nothing. Hell, he could even hit maybe 1, 2, 3 different helluva kicks. Nothing. He'll give you everything he's got. But still, it won't be enough to defeat Roman Reigns, because he's over 900 days as the Universal Champion. I'm sorry, but
Really,
he
undisputed Universal Champion.
well, over 900 days as a Universal Champion, he hasn't necessarily been not over 900 days as WWE Champion. So, yeah, Roman Reigns is not losing here. Maybe Sammy might come close, but like I said, if I can make two bold predictions here, either Sami Zayn will lose fair and square, or Sami Zayn will lose due to some shenanigans due to the bloodline, whether it be Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, or the very rare Jey Uso. So, will we see Sami Zayn at WrestleMania in the championship picture? Most likely in a triple threat scenario, because I can tell you this in the predictions, because Cody Rhodes stated, if you remember, when he was in the ring with Paul Heyman, he said to Paul Heyman, I'm just a guy going after a championship, but you're making it personal. And those words are stuck in my mind. Those words is that he's going after the championship. It makes me think that he wants to go after. He said when he returned that he wants the one thing that his dad never could get. Cody Rhodes said, and that was the WWE Championship. It just so happens that Roman Reigns is the WWE Champion. So. And, with the fact that he believes that Sami could beat Roman Reigns, yeah, and he even said that, I don't want to see you on Raw, I want to see you, at WrestleMania. So, realistically, he has a chance, but a very small chance. Because, like I said, Cody only wants to face the champion. He doesn't care who it is. So, who do I think is going to win? Roman Reigns. Who do I want to win? Sami Zayn. So it's going to be some, but realistically, again, I think there's no way Roman Reigns is going to win fair and square. Sami Zayn pointed it out to Cody Rhodes. He knows the bloodline. He knows the front foot. He needs something. He needs a plan of his own. Whether Kevin Owens could beat up Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso and come down, take them out, maybe take them out backstage so that it is fair, I still think there'll be some type of shenanigans. There'll be a distraction, there'll be a referee bump, something will happen which will screw Sami over due to the bloodline. I don't want no rope break scenarios where he wins the title but Roman Reigns has got the rope break. And it restarts and Roman wins. I don't want no guillotine where he looks like he's fading, but he doesn't tap it, he doesn't give up, and the referee rings the bell. I don't want that to happen. I just want Roman Reigns, if he's going to win, it has to be, to me, because Sami Zayn is so determined, it has to be the guillotine, but he passes out and submits. I don't really want it to be a spear and then it's over. So yeah, I think Roman Reigns, but I want Sami Zayn. Jaxson, what about you?
I mean, honestly, you said everything there is to say about what's happening in this match, what's going down, the history through this match, the future history. I agree with you. Roman's definitely going to win, but I want Sami to win.
Definitely. So would you agree that it shouldn't be any bullshittery when it comes to screw drums or anything? So
yeah,
if anything, I'd rather have Roman win fair and square compared to the bloodline getting involved. But yeah, the bloodline's getting involved. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you love Sami Zayn. It's gonna happen. But if we're going to see Sami Zayn as champion, he will win it at WrestleMania. And I think it should be a triple threat. And here's the thing, what makes it even better, I think if it's going to be a triple threat at WrestleMania, which is most likely going to have to be now, Sami Zayn needs to pin Cody Rhodes. Meaning that the Roman Reigns can still claim that he was never pinned. Because it's still technically true. What do you think on that?
I feel like, that would definitely make things interesting. For sure.
Well, but look, guys, girls, people that are watching this video, let me know who you think is going to win the Elimination Chamber matches. Who's going to win the Women's Elimination Chamber match to face the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair at WrestleMania? Who's going to be the brand new United States Champion, or will Austin Theory retain? Will Roman Reigns retain here, or will Sami Zayn finally become champion? Let me know in the comments below, and feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm going to be doing the review for WWE Elimination Chamber pretty much after I've seen it. On Sunday, as soon as I've seen it, I'll do a review. And Jackson, if you're awake and you're happy to do a review with me, we can review the Elimination Chamber as well.
Alright.
So in that case, until next time, I'm Dan2times15 on Xbox Live, YouTube, and on Twitch. And until then, it's a goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, click on the Master Chief icon to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to watch the previous video, click on the one on the left. If you want to watch the playlist, click on the one on the right.